Welcome to Python NumPy arrays. Learning NumPy makes working with numbers much faster and more fun. Arrays are like supercharged lists for calculations. NumPy helps you do math with big data sets, images, tables, and more. Let us begin our journey into arrays. Running the cell now. Try saying hello in the comments if you are brand new to NumPy. Do not forget to like this video to help others discover Python too. What is NumPy? NumPy stands for Numerical Python. It is a free library that is great at handling numbers and data. NumPy arrays let you do fast math, process data, and more. Running the cell now. What kind of data would you like to process faster with NumPy? We need to bring NumPy into our notebook before we can use its array tools. The hash symbol at the start makes a comment. This line imports the NumPy library. We call it NP to save time when typing. Running the cell now. Try running this cell. If you get an error, make sure NumPy is installed. Let us see how a normal Python list becomes a NumPy array. This comment helps us know what the code is doing. Here is a plain list of numbers. We pass the list into np.array to create a NumPy array. Printing my_array shows us the result. Running the cell now. Try making your own array with different numbers. NumPy arrays know their own shape. Shape tells us how many items and dimensions the array has. This comment explains we are using the shape attribute. This prints out the shape of our new array. Running the cell now. See if you can predict what the shape will be for your arrays. NumPy can make lots of common arrays for us without typing each value. This comment describes what we are doing. Creates an array of 5 zeros. Creates an array of 3 ones. Creates an array of 4 fives. Here we print all zeros. Here we print all ones. And here are all fives. Running the cell now. Make an array of 7s or 9s for more practice. Arrays do not have to be flat. They can have rows and columns, like a table. Comment tells us we are working with a two-dimensional array. Creates a 2 by 2 array with 2 rows and 2 columns. Prints the matrix for us to see. This shows the shape of our matrix. Running the cell now. Try a 3 by 3 or even bigger matrix to see its shape. Let us grab specific values from our arrays. Comment introduces array indexing. This gets the third item from my_array. Remember, arrays start at 0. This gets the number at row 2, column 1 from matrix. Running the cell now. Can you guess what the output will be for each? Let us get just part of an array using slicing. Here is a comment about slicing. This makes a new array from index 1 up to, but not including, index 3. We print out the result. Running the cell now. Try changing the numbers to slice a different section. What happens if we try to access too far in the array? Here, we warn with a comment. We use a try block to run code that might error. We ask for index 10, which is too far. If there is an error, this catches it. This prints a helpful message with the error details. Running the cell now. Practice. What type of error do you get if you use index -100? Updating values in arrays. You can change numbers in arrays just like lists. Try updating a value and see what happens. Running the cell now. Let us update a number in our array. This comment says we are changing the first item. We set the value at index 0 to 99. Now print the updated array to see the new value. Running the cell now. Try changing a different index to a number you choose. NumPy lets you change many values at once. This line reminds us we can update parts of an array. This changes index 1 and 2 at the same time. Let us see how the array looks now. Running the cell now. Try updating several values together in your own array. Removing items, arrays stay same size. In NumPy, arrays do not shrink or grow after you make them. Instead, you make a new array without the values you do not want. Running the cell now. Let us remove a value from an array. Notice it makes a new array each time. Comment introduces the np.delete function. This creates a new array with the value at index 2 removed. Prints the new array for us. This shows the original array is not changed. Running the cell now. What happens if you try to delete index 0 instead? You can add values to arrays using np.append. Remember, this makes a new array each time. This comment introduces np.append. We add 42 and 43. The result is a new bigger array. Print the bigger array so we can see. The original array does not change. Running the cell now. Can you make an array twice as big using np.append? NumPy makes it easy to get quick answers from your numbers. Comment introduces built-in math functions. This prints the sum of all values. This gives us the average, also called mean. This finds the smallest number in the array. And this gives us the largest. Running the cell now. Try calculating these values for your own array of numbers. With NumPy, adding arrays adds each value together. This is called element-wise math. Comment tells us we can use symbols for math. This creates a small array A. Makes another array B. Adds them together, matching positions. Multiplies each pair together, 2. Running the cell now. Try subtracting one array from another. What does the result look like? You can use a for loop to go through each value in an array. The for loop lets us work with every item one by one. This line starts the loop over my_array. Prints each value with some words. Running the cell now. Practice, try printing only the even values from my_array. NumPy arrays are often used with list comprehensions in basic Python. Comment, list comprehensions are one-liner ways to make new lists. This doubles every value from my_array. Prints the result. Running the cell now. Try using a list comprehension to add 5 to every value. A mask is like a filter for arrays. You can quickly pick out only certain values. This comment hints at how masks work. Makes a mask, which is just true or false for each value. Shows us the resulting list of true and false. Prints values from my_array where the mask is true. Running the cell now. Can you filter out only values less than 20? Sorting is easy with NumPy. This comment lets us know we are sorting an array. Here is an unsorted array of numbers. np.sort makes a sorted version. The original is not changed. Printing shows the sorted order. Running the cell now. Sort arrays in backwards order using sorted_array, ::-1. NumPy can put arrays together easily. This line says we are joining arrays. First tiny array. Second tiny array. This line joins them into one long array. Printing shows us the result. Running the cell now. Practice, try combining 3 or more arrays. NumPy is great for real data, like weather stats. Comment introduces our real data. This array holds 1 year's worth of monthly temperatures. We print the average temperature of the year. Prints out the warmest value from the months. Shows all months where it is under 40 degrees. Running the cell now. What kind of daily, weekly, or monthly data do you have that you could use in a NumPy array? If you are learning a lot today, please subscribe and share this lesson with a friend. Let us make our own array from numbers typed by the user. We will start a mini project here. Ask the user for several numbers to type. Turns the entered text into real numbers. Makes a NumPy array from what the user gave us. Prints out the largest number. And also prints out the smallest number found. Running the cell now. Practice, try entering negative numbers or decimals for new results. Let us use NumPy to focus on just certain numbers. Comment tells us we are working with part 2 of the mini project. Makes a filtered array with only the positive numbers from nums_array. Checks if there is at least one positive. If so, prints out the average. If no positives, warns us nothing to average. Running the cell now. Try the mini project with all negative numbers to see if the warning message works. NumPy arrays can be smaller in memory if you set a data type. Use dtype to choose the right size for your project. This comment reminds us about data types. Here, we make an array with small integers to save memory. Printing the array shows it is normal. We print the data type to see its type, which saves space. Running the cell now. Try making float arrays or bigger integers and see what dtype gives back. If you mix types in one NumPy array, it will try to make all the values the same type. Comment about mixing numbers and strings. Here the array has both numbers and a string. Print shows us the result. Prints the data type. Notice it is now objects, not numbers. Running the cell now. Best practice, keep all items in a NumPy array the same type for best speed. NumPy can make ranges, like the Python range function, but even more powerful. This comment introduces a range. np.arange makes numbers from 5 up to, but not including, 16, in steps of 2. Print out the new array. Running the cell now. See if you can make an array with every number from 20 to 50 by 5s. Let us use all the big ideas you have learned so far in one quick challenge. Comment introduces the challenge activity. We ask the user for comma-separated numbers, turn them into a NumPy array. Prints their total using np.sum. Prints values above the average value. Running the cell now. Can you edit the code to show which numbers are below the average as well? Recap, what did we learn? NumPy arrays make math with data easy and fast. Arrays let you store lots of numbers at once. You can quickly create, change, and combine arrays. NumPy has handy tools for real-world data and big projects. Great job finishing this beginner NumPy lesson. Running the cell now. Thanks for joining. What to do next? Please hit like if this helped you. Subscribe for more easy Python videos. Comment your NumPy questions below. Share this lesson with a friend who wants to learn Python. Keep practicing with your own NumPy arrays. You will get faster and smarter with every project. Running the cell now.